He plays good defense. He was out today. That's why they lost to the Warriors. Yeah, they had him at the third quarter, and then, and then, and then Steph Curry went off, and then Leandro Barbosa went off in the fourth. All right. Who are you gonna be? Are you gonna be a good team? I'm gonna be a good team. Lost Nets. Yeah. All their bigs are doing good. Yeah, well, that's his thing, really. I don't even know who that is.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game.
Ready to go?
This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We're live at Amway Center, where the Magic have home court advantage. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Brooklyn now.
Oh my goodness.
Young is out there with Johnson. Then it's Brook
How do I do
Lopez.
that?
Then it's Jarrett Jack. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the shooting guard.
Pause.
You know, Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that...
Options or camera? 2K, right?
contract promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way.
And Alfred Payton with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
Jack passes to Lopez. Back to Jack. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. There's Hollis Jefferson. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Tied again.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Vucevic is screen on Jack. Payton kicks to Frye. Young with the steal. Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And Orlando has possession. And Frye kicks to Vucevic. Rebound by Brook Lopez. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Jack, here we go. It's taken away by Payton. 5-on-3 break. He kicks to Harris. Dishes it to Vucevic. It's taken away by Payton. There's the feed to Fournier. From deep. There's the bucket. Good.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
One problem the Magic faced last season was depth. They really weren't a deep team, and it hurt them along the way.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, they had the second fewest bench points in the league, and that number was really low because they didn't use the bench that often. The starters did a lot of the heavy lifting.
And for the Magic, they would try and address the bench for this season, both through the draft and free agency.
And guys, the Magic didn't luck out and jump into the top 3 in the draft. Still ended up with a high pick, and that'll help add another nice piece to their puzzle. They've accumulated a lot of good pieces, but now they need to start making it work.
The 3, clock at 4. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Johnson, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Another shot. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket. You know, last season, Thaddeus Young was moved from Minnesota to Brooklyn, guys. A good move for everybody involved as he helped with the playoff push.
Young last year, as you mentioned, GA, shipped to Brooklyn, provided good punch off the bench.
And Young is so efficient in his scoring that he's a great guy to play heavy minutes off the bench. Shot over 50% from the floor in his games with the Nets.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Now the dish to Lopez. Kicks it out to Johnson. Hollis Jefferson passes to Lopez. Got a piece of it. Fry dishes to Payton. For 3, Fournier. No good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. He lobs it up.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
He dishes it to Payton. On the wing, Harris misses the 3. The Nets have gone 2 of 6 from the field. In transition, here come the Nets. Johnson's got the ball.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Well, it was a slow start to his rookie year for Payton, but he came along very strong.
Yeah, it looked really good for the Magic down the stretch. Even recorded his first triple-double. I think there will be more of those in his career.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Vucevic. Gordon comes in for Channing Frye. Kazanya, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Fournier. Shabazz Napier's checked in for the Magic.
And guys, for Payton, so many were talking him up as the best point guard of the class early, but it's never easy to adjust to the NBA speed, and it just took him a little bit of time.
Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Dedmon kicks to Napier. The 11-footer. Shot's good by Dedmon. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Magic?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And guys, I think the next big step for Elfrid Payton is going to be getting his shot right. I mean, he has the tools to be an impact guard, but it's hard to create when you can't keep teams honest from deep.
Here's Bogdanovich. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Pass to Bargnani. Bogdanovich passes to Ellington. Here's Robinson. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
Yes, I win. I quit.
And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Nets. They lead by 4. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And from Brooklyn, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another, as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
Hazonia is out there with Gordon. Then there's Oladipo. Then there's Andrew Nicholson. And it's Napier in at point guard. That's who's out there for Orlando. Nets were pretty far back from relevance at times last season, as we saw. It took a late season hot streak for them, Greg, to get into the playoff picture.
Yeah, and that was a neck-and-neck race with the Pacers right till the very end. Not exactly what they had in mind at the start of the season, but they did pull through.
Here's Napier following the bucket by the Nets. Oladipo outside. Just 5 to shoot. Kicks it out to Gordon. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Gordon's got his first points of the game. The Nets with the lead. Larkin dishes to Young. Hits it from three-point range.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Here's Napier. The kick out to Oladipo. Here's Gordon. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. The Nets also changing it up. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Wayne Ellington. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Larkin. And Jack kicks to Lopez. And he gets it to go. And the Nets lead by 5.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work him over the rest of the game.
Now here is Harris. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Here's Vucevic. Harris. The second chance points on the tip in.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Here's Jack. And for Tobias Harris, a resurgence of sorts last season, Clark, especially from behind the arc, where he shot a career-high 36%.
You know, he'd only hit 25% from three the year before, Kevin. So, yeah, a monster improvement in accuracy from long range.
Here's Harris, following the basket by Brook Lopez. Ball's knocked loose. Young with the steal. Johnson wide open. He fires.
My God, Johnson.
And Johnson missing again.
And getting back to Harris, there's just so much to like about his game. He lives in the gym, has a tremendous feel for the game, and he knows how to maximize his production within those athletic limitations.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Now Harris, after the missed three from Joe Johnson. No good from Fry.
The thing about Harris is he's a combo forward, extremely versatile. At 6'8", he struggles with size against the better power forward, and he lacks the athleticism of the better small forward. So to get the most out of him, you have to put him in the right matchups.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
For three, Fournier. Good. Fournier's got 9.
They started the game off tortoise-like, but their offense coming to life.
Yeah, they've got a little bit more pep in their step as they start to put together some rhythm. And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Just 5 on the clock. And the foul on Jarrett Jack. Some changes for Brooklyn. Bargnani is checked in for Lopez. Thomas Robinson comes in for Young. And Bogdanovich is subbed in for Johnson. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the half. Here's Vucevic. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Oh, the turnaround jumper. That was just beautiful.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. To the paint. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Hollis Jefferson's got 8.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Now here is Harris. Payton drives in. Clock at 6. Good on the shot.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
The Nets have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Harris outside. Now here's Fry. Not a lot of room. To the paint. And Vucevic kicks to Fournier. And that one's good.
Dropping bombs. How many more threes are we going to see from him tonight?
Well, we've already seen.
Oh, what? Did that count?
Wow, what a miracle heave to finish off the quarter.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half.
My goodness.
Nets lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Yeah.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Take a look at what Fournier's been doing. He has 12-point, inside, outside. It hasn't mattered. He's hitting from all over the floor.
What do we call that, Clark? The zone? That's what he's in right now. Boy, does he have a hot hand.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Nice game. Great performance by Evan Fournier.
And the threes, they just dropped for him consistently. He was in a zone in that first half.
I'll say, I mean, this couldn't have been a more productive day for him from long range so far.
So for Brooklyn now, they've got Johnson. Jarrett Jack is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Young, and it's Lopez in at the 5. Thaddeus Young provides a lot of things, Clark. Solid on both ends of the floor. You can plug him into almost any lineup and make it work.
Yeah, he's an ideal basketball player because of his versatility. I think that's one of his greatest strengths. Not only can he play the 3 or 4, he can go inside and outside, too.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And guys, when you talk about Thaddeus Young, last year was another solid season for him. Excellent job finishing around the rim as usual. Solid rebounding numbers, but still trying to improve his consistency from the 3. He started the season strong in that department and kind of fell off a bit at the end.
And here we go with the Magic fast break. The pass to Gordon. Young with the steal. Hollis Jefferson passes to Johnson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Man, Thaddeus Young, he's really entering the prime of his career right now at age 27. Hard to believe he's now in his 9th season. Only spent 1 year in college. Still plenty of room to grow.
The Nets making a switch here. Ellington's checked in.
And look, Joe Johnson last season, not his best statistically, but boy, did he show some heart. I mean, he was one of the catalysts for Brooklyn making the playoffs, especially when Brook Lopez returned healthy and the two could play off of one another.
The Nets shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Shane Larkin's checked in for Jarrett Jack. Talking about Joe Johnson, I'm not going to lie. Last year wasn't one of his best statistically, Clark. His shooting accuracy was on the low end. His turnover numbers were high. It wasn't very pretty.
But for Joe, Kevin, I don't think it was about the numbers last year. It was about wanting to compete and to win. And he's developed a champion's will over the years. And I would like to see him finally achieve his goal of maybe winning the championship. I think he deserves it. He's been consistent. He's been solid. And now you see some maturation with him as well.
Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Sure has been. I mean, guys, momentum is hard to come by in this one. I mean, it seems like one team gets the lead and then the other one storms right back.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Oladipo, left side. Pulls it up. That one wide left.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage. Now, there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Here's Dedmon. Second chance effort. And the layup is good. Dedmon's got his second bucket of the game to go.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
You really think so?
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Lopez a screen. Larkin kicks to Johnson. Makes it off the glass. Johnson's got 6.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Lopez against Vucevic. Pass to Fry. Out to the right wing. Payton drives in. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That's on Brook Lopez. The Nets making a switch here. Robinson's checked in.
Yeah, it is.
You know, the Nets really kind of drifted along for the first part of last season, treaded water, but after the All-Star break, they stepped on the gas, put themselves right back in the playoff picture.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Inside. Robinson drives in, and they get it back. Johnson dishes to Larkin. Payton on the double team. Shot clock at 6. Goes back up, and the shot is good. Ellington's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn.
That's exactly why you don't leave your feet until the shooter elevates. He went for that pump fake, hook, line, and sinker.
Fry passes to Fournier. Out to Harris. From downtown. Good. Harris has got the lead up to 3 now for Orlando.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense. It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costing.
Finished off the break. Harris has got 7 points in the game.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
They get it again. Feeds to Fry. Back to Harris. To the inside. Vucevic.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And I feel like there's a reason Joe Johnson has gotten a number of astronomical contracts. It's because he does everything for you. He's like one of those items you buy that touts everything you need, nothing you don't. Well, to me, that's Joe Johnson.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Young. Bogdanovich comes in for Wayne Ellington. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Larkin.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Clark, when you take a look at Joe Johnson, and if you were on a good team, a team that was contending for a championship, where ideally would you like him to be? Where would you slot him?
I put him in that first or second scoring role because he's so good and scores so effortlessly. And at some point, I think he's going to hoist that Larry O'Brien trophy.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
It's stolen by Harris.
No need to rush here. They can play for one shot.
Yeah, and I think the way you do it, you're patient as you indicated, and wait until about the 5-second mark before you get into your play.
It'll count, and it would have counted had it fallen. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. It's the Magic up 6. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Napier is out there with Victor Oladipo. Then it's Aaron Gordon. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Hezonja in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando. Jack with the 3. And that one's good. Jack's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Brooklyn. Oladipo outside. Here's Dedmon. Lopez covering. A 3 ball. Rebound, Brooklyn. Shot by Jack. Wide open. Here's Robinson. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. And Bogdanovich kicks to Robinson. He feeds it to Lopez. Down low. Second chance shot. And he sinks the layup.
Great move to get to the rim. I think they're going to take the aggressive approach down the stretch.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin. During that last break, I heard Lionel Hollins as he addressed his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said, they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Young with the steal. Bogdanovich. And the Nets miss again. Magic leading by 3. And Oladipo, here we go. And Victor Oladipo with the elite athleticism and versatility to be a perennial all-star. We've seen the second-year phenom line up as a 1. He's played off guard. He's even played a little small forward in his time in the league.
And he has that quickness, length, and power combo to be a lockdown defender at all of those positions as well. So that's why he was the co-defensive player of the year coming out of college.
Here's Jack. Kicks it to Lopez. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. 14 points for Brook Lopez.
And you're starting to see some tired legs on those defenders as we come down the stretch here, Clark.
Napier passes to Dedmon. Gordon goes in. Here's Napier. Jack with the rebound.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Bogdanovich dishes to Lopez. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Bogdanovich. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Right side, Gordon. Passes it to Hazania. There's the pick. Lets the three fly. And the shot is good. And the Magic lead by 3.
Defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
To the middle. Ellington kicks to Lopez. The kick out to Young. Jack passes to Lopez. Here's Bogdanovich. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Payton, he's checked in for Shabazz Napier. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Payton against Jack. Payton kicks to Dedmon. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. And that one is stuffed right through.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
And Jack, here we go. Nets passing it around. Young for 3. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Dedmon's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Oladipo with the ball. Now Jack defending. And Oladipo kicks to Gordon. The pass to Hazania. Here's Payton. The shot is off. Good D by Lopez. Nets trailed by 5. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
How nice was that alley-oop? Those two really have a good connection.
Yeah, read each other so well. It's a play I'm sure, Clark, they love to run.
And as a receiver, though, he doesn't necessarily feel the need to go for that monster finish. Just the nice little silky smooth layup.
They get a hand on it. Ellington dishes to Lopez. Now the feed to Jack. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And it's Oladipo with the jam.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
And that's what makes the alley-oop such a terrific play when you're able to execute it.
And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. Jack with the 3. Orlando grabs the miss. And now Oladipo pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession.
Checking out the game, Victor Oladipo has had. He has 9 points and 3 dimes. He's giving them just what they would have hoped for today.
Even more, I'd say.
Orlando making some changes. Vucevic comes in for Dwayne Dedmon. And Tobias Harris subbed in for Hazania. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for the Nets.
Time running low here.
A quick score, Greg, and then probably foul him right away.
And so they foul intentionally. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he ends up missing both free throws. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Young's running. Connects. And now they trail by just 4.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he
How is
needs
that a clear
to be.
pass?
And there's the foul to try to stop the
What a
break, and that'll
glitch.
be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession.
Oh my goodness.
And so he drops them both.
What is that?
It's a 6-point
Oh
ball game.
my God, Raph.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there.
Oh,
and that will add
wow.
to their lead.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Johnson. Buries it.
Sensational pass. Even in mid-shot, he still saw the open man.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
It should be.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Timeout called, the Nets. They trail by 6. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And look, this one's out of reach. I don't know what they're thinking with this timeout.
Neither do I. I mean, maybe they're going over their plans
What?
for after the game. Who knows?
That's
But
not
let's just get out of here.
And so it's Orlando winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, and they got pushed down the stretch, but they did what they needed to do and held their ground when it mattered most and got the W.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K sports crew. Thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, he's using the controller with the grip on it. That yours don't. Yours doesn't even have the grip on the back of it. The lunar white one does, though. It's pretty cool. Well. Okay. Yeah, I recorded it.